I tried this jelly plate technique a few months ago using Neocolors on the jelly plate, and I wanted to see what would happen if I added one more layer and tried some new techniques. So let's get started. I'm going to spritz down the paper here a little bit. I'm going to do something fun. Let's start with the moon glow in the sky. Let's see what that gets us. Ooh, I kind of like that. Just a little bit of indigo maybe in there. Okay, maybe not, maybe a lot. Oops. Okay, let's let that spread that out a little bit. Because I'm working on the printmaking paper, I'm going to do pretty light washes today because we don't want it to start pulling up. Let's add a little bit more of the moon glow here. Maybe mix in a little bit more of that blue. Getting a little carried away. We're going to do some jelly printing today over this piece once we get some watercolor layers down. Okay, what happens if we add just a little bit of the quinacridone gold? Okay, so let's do a little bit of this ochre color through here. Got my favorite dagger brush back so we can make some marks, some green. I just love these poems about you colors. They're so pretty. Okay, let's scrape back in. I think I kind of want it to come this way. A little bit of marks. I'm going to add a little bit of the quinacridone burnt orange. Wasn't really grooving on that yellow. It's okay if it's a little of a bit there, but I didn't really. I wanted it to be, I think, more orange. More of this color. I'm just going to keep dropping in colors here. A little bit of ochre. Might need more green, maybe. Ooh, that's a lot. I like how when you scrape back in with the scraper tool and go back over it, you get these really makes the marks a lot darker, which is kind of fun. Where's the color shaper? Ooh, those are fun marks. Pulling it down into this area. That's really cool. We want a little bit more of this color through here. Almost a dry brush going through here. And we're going to stop there and then we'll work on the jelly plate. Okay, so I got a variety of Caran d'Ache here. We're going to be working here on our jelly plate. Remember, we're going to be printing in this area over here. So you have to draw over here because we're going to flip it over. So that's something to keep in mind. Okay, so when I work on the jelly plate, I like to get a little bit wet. I think it's going to be easier to see if we work on a white sheet of paper. So I always like to start off pretty moderate and then kind of build it up. But this is just a fun way to make marks on the paper. Sort of like what we did with the ink tints in the last video that I did last week. Something else I want to try. I got a fork, a plastic fork, because I'm gonna miss my little lines there. So I was thinking this might be kind of fun. Although I'm not sure I like those marks. But the good thing is, if you don't like something, you just cover it up. let's try. This is also something I found in a raid in my cupboard, a plastic knife. Because we don't want to use, I know I made a lot of people uncomfortable using my metal tools on the jelly plate. Ooh, those are fun. And I don't want to mess up my jelly plate. That's not my goal. It really isn't. So I kind of like these just sort of organic marks that are very similar to what I normally make. But really, just have fun and play. Play with these materials, see what you can do. Okay, let's let this dry. We'll put some gel medium on, and we'll put it on our print. Okay, I'm just going to put a couple of drops of matte medium here. And you can use gloss medium if you want. I prefer matte medium. I'm going to use my color shaper here just to spread this out a little bit. You don't want it too thick. You can use your roller. I just prefer to use, for this, my color shaper. So I do have a plastic sheet on the back of my jelly plate, so it gives it sort of, so it's not flopping around everywhere. And I just want to make this like, where do I want to do this? I think right there. And you may ask yourself like why I'm using my jelly plate. I just think the marks that it makes is a little different and not something that you can get when you're just using the crayons themselves. It just gives it a little bit of a different feel. And it's fun. Okay. Look at that. You see we got most of it up. That's really cool. I like how that came out. Okay, so we find ourselves in the messy middle. Let's pick out some shapes and start sort of defining the space. Okay, I'm gonna take some of this umber color and put it on this Linocut stamp. I'm gonna put it right through here. I've done this before with the Neocolors and it usually works out pretty well. Okay, that's a fun mark. I like that. So what I'm trying to do now is just sort of define the space. Got a lot going. There's a lot going on, and it's all one color. I don't know how to manage that, but we need to add some different colors other than the earth tones we've got going on. If we brought some more of that purple color through here, that might help. Moon Glow is nice because it is a transparent color. It is a color that can fade though, so I don't recommend if you are selling your work, which I'm probably not going to sell this one, but it can fade. They call it a fugitive color. And yes, I just had to go look that up. But that being said, it's still a beautiful color. And if you're not selling your work, it's not really that big of a deal. I'm still going to use it because I love it. I think it's a beautiful color. I'm going to add some more marks. Okay, that helped. I think that really helped. Maybe we just need another. Let's do a. Sometimes when you start working on something, I had an idea of what I wanted this to look like, and this is not it. But I'm always a firm believer that we can make things, we can figure out how to make things work. And I actually really enjoy, actually, let's do this side over here. I actually really enjoy the journey from the messy middle to something that's better and cohesive. To me, that's the fun part of creating, is just sort of problem solving and figuring out what to do next. Okay, I think this is going to be good or bad. But it's never perfect. It's never like I just messed that up. But I don't mind it. I don't hate that, right? I mean, it's kind of interesting. Let's put some more of these marks. These marks are fun. I gotta remember that stamp. Okay. So I like, we kind of got some sketchiness going on here. We got some darks and lights. Probably need a little bit more light. What happens if we put some white Caran dash through here? Kind of bring some of that light back through. It has a sad line. It's a sad line. Okay. I'm not sure I love it. Let me get a little bit of wet here. Smooth it out just a little bit. I really like the salmon color. Ooh, that's fun. And usually my solution for when I'm stuck is I'll just pick up something and make a mark and see if it works. Like I like that yellow. I kind of want this to be darker down here. I need to connect those a little bit. Okay, I got out my acrylic ink. This is the Common Skya in Champagne. It's sort of a little bit of a off-white, almost like a Titan buff. And I'm just gonna put some of that through here and see what happens. I kind of wanted to lighten up this area a little bit. And sometimes you need something a little bit more opaque than watercolor to add just another dimension. And don't be afraid of putting the acrylics over it. Okay, I think that did something. That brought a little bit of light into it. I'm also going to put a little bit of it down through here, I think. Not a lot, just a little smidge. And let's scrape back in a little bit. So there might be something there, but not a lot. Oh, I like how it goes through that acrylic. Okay. All right, let's just add a bit of black marks through here. I feel like I want to add something like coming this way. Okay, so I've got just some titanium white here now. And maybe it needs more. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I just want to add some little bits of white. So I think the problem I'm having is that there's no place for your eye to rest. The textures are great. All the marks and colors I like. But there's just no resting spot for your eye to say, what's going on? And to move through the space. And that really helped with a little bit of white. Okay, let's put another, some little bits of it coming through here. Color Shaper is really good for making really subtle marks, especially these sort of choppy lines. That was the effect I wanted with that white crayon that I wasn't getting. And sometimes it's just a matter of changing up your materials a little bit. Am I happy with that? I'm pretty happy with it now. I feel like it sort of brought it out a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna come in with this is the Ivory Black Derwent drawing pencil, color pencil. I'm just gonna add some really subtle black marks through here. Maybe not so subtle. I don't want to do the oil pastel marks today, I don't think. I think we got a lot of marks going on. So let's add more. Um, I just kind of felt like we could get some pretty subtle little, almost like scribbly marks through here. I really like some of these lines coming through here. Okay, I'm pretty happy with it. Here it is with the matte. I think the white really did something to sort of make some of the sections pop a little bit. Kind of moves you through just a little bit. I like the black marks. I like the marks I made with the jelly plate and the Linocut stamp. I think it could have been a little bit more, if I left some white space on there and blank paper, it would have come out just a little bit better. Overall, I'm pretty happy with this. I think it looks, I like the purple sky. I like the sort of this white bit we put through here and then this green pencil mark. I really like the stamp. I think that was really successful. But everything looks better with a matte on it, right? I mean, it really changed. Having that white space around it really brings out some of the colors in here. Lots of layers on this one, and it almost got away from me, but I think we pulled together in the end. I think I'm pretty happy with it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll be back on Thursday with another video. So we're going to play with soft pastels on the jelly plate, I think. Okay? Thanks so much. Have a good day. Bye.